Welcome to the 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀 podcast, a place for in-depth analysis of stories, mainly from Webtoon. Co-hosted by sharp, witty, and dare I say, thirsty fans, we dive deep in every episode, analyzing character struggles, relationship development, and of course, theories. We also interview people working in creative industries. You can follow the 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, on YouTube, podcast platforms, and social media. For bonus content, sneak peeks, and more, you can support the 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀 on Patreon. We're really appreciative of your likes, subscribes, follows, comments, and ratings on all platforms. Thanks for listening to the 𝗪𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀, and let's get started.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 91 of Midnight Poppyland. And today we have Krystine, Sakura, and Sarah.
Hi everyone.
Hi.
Awesome. So, trying to remember recap of last time. We weren't sure what we were going to have this time because there was a lot of awkward tension. Raise your hand if you thought they were going to be sexy times this time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we all thought that? Okay.
Yeah, yes. I was thinking if it wasn't to that part yet, then at least something like the closet, her work office closet, at least something close. Yeah. I thought at least something close to that.
Okay, so we all had our thoughts and we all didn't get that, but at the end of the episode kind of looks like it's leading. But we'll get to that when we get to that. So Krystine, you can start us off.
All right. So we start off with Tora talking about Joe, and he says he was a cop, died in the line of duty. So we finally know what happened to Joe, which that sucks.
Yeah, I mean, we all like guessed that he was dead, but now it's like for sure.
And Poppy's just like, oh, sorry, I didn't know. And Tora's like, nah, don't be, wouldn't expect you to. And next panel, you see Tora like reaching for his ring, like his ring finger. And then he turns to Poppy and he's like, Bobby the ring. And she's like, ah. And
by the way, I don't know about you, but when I heard Bobby the ring, I was like, who Bobby the ring? What?
I'm like, right? Wait, do you want her to put a ring on it?
That's what I went. I know, and my brain knew he was talking about Joe's ring, but the heart wants what it wants.
Wishful thinking.
Oh.
And so the next panel we see Tora like putting out a cigarette. So we can kind of guess he's a little stressed. Yeah, a little anxious. And then we hear Tora, and Poppy comes in. She's like, look, it's still with me, safe and sound. It was the first thing I checked for. And I was like, oh, that's what she checked for in the in her room, because I thought she was looking for the brooch, because it looked to me when I saw that panel in the previous chapter, I thought it was her brooch, and I was like, okay, she was looking for her brooch that she just got back, but I didn't realize it was the ring.
I'm surprised she brought it with her. I guess she didn't want to leave it alone in that apartment. Yeah, she wanted it to be close with her, which is nice that, out of all the things she took, right, she took one bag, she decided to bring that along.
Yeah, it's like you could take anything, like my furniture, you could take my bed, just take whatever you want, just don't take the ring and the bracelet.
Oh, she's attached.
And Tora's just like, whew, my heart fell into my gut when I thought it might be missing there for a moment. And Poppy's like, oh, I know how that feels. And Tora's face in the next panel is just like, I don't know if he's more like come on, Poppy, like, or just like resigned or like sad. What do you guys think?
I think he looks like sympathetic for Poppy because she was just attacked, and he's like, I think that's what she's referring to, right? When her heart fell into her gut. So I think he just feels like, oh, like, I'm sorry, like that, I forgot that you just went through this giant traumatic experience. I was impressed that he was able to express his feelings like that, it, it's comfortable enough telling her, oh, my heart fell to my gut, because, like he may not be used to talking about his feelings and validating his own feelings. And the fact that he's comfortable enough to tell her, this is how I felt, I thought was very nice to show that he's at that good place with her.
Mm-hmm. It's truly personal because I can see that like his facial expression. To me, I think he's thinking about the traumatic moments. We're not sure because we're not getting there yet, but I'm sure that, losing Joe is really a painful experience because definitely he's thinking about it. It hurts,
Mm-hmm.
I see pain in there.
Yeah, that's what that's written all over his face.
Oh, poor baby.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was not surprised, but I actually wanted to hear more about Joe, and he does come up later. So yeah, I was like hoping we would get a reveal for like Tora was involved, or like some more details about his death. we don't get that.
Mm-hmm.
But, well, we're still, I don't know, maybe we're making it up, but I want to know if it happened or not.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna get like a flashback, and I'm like, ooh, story time. But
yeah, so sorry.
Yeah, so not yet. Tora just kind of like changes the subject and is like, you want to go for a walk? And then we get the next dialogue. Tora, can you put the umbrella? You can put the umbrella down. It's only a drizzle now. And then Mindy.
Yeah, and we see them outside. She's in her pajamas outside, and and it's raining. And he's like, I hope chicks dig this shit. So cute. He probably coached him. He's like, listen, brother, I know you don't care about the rain. I know it's not you, but girl, if you put the umbrella over their head, they will die for you. Yes.
Oh my god.
Oh yes, that's true. And it's funny because the rain actually kind of does look like more than a drizzle, but I get it. You want to show us some rain. And she's like, we totally don't mind having an awkward distance between us or anything. She's kind of like, she's totally hinting at Tora, like, dude, I want you like here, close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know last time she said she wanted a distraction. So and Tora was like, no, I have to give her space. Yeah, and he's like, we're here, and we see a playground, and she's so excited. She's like, yes, a playground, and she runs out. He's like, oh, you're getting in the ring, come back. He's like, it's fine, let's go play on the swings. So I have a question for you all.
Yeah.
Do you get dizzy AF when you go on the swings now at your point age?
No, I try to go as high as I can. But I'm not one of those who will like, it's so crazy how I've seen some people just like literally like swinging so high and then like jumping off. Like, how do you do that? And how do you not like get hurt?
I used to do that as a kid, but now like when I go on the swing, goodbye. Like I'm nauseous afterwards. I have to sit down. It's like I am a verified adult.
I mean, everybody changed because to me, like, back then we were kids, we're so energetic. Like we love like playtime, going to like playgrounds and all. But now as you get older, it's like you start to change that mindset after that. But it depends to all, everybody still go to the swings and all, or the slide.
I know as a kid, I had, I wore glasses like most of my life. So as a kid, like I always wanted to jump off the swings, but in my mind, my mind was like, if I break these glasses, my mom is going to kick my ass. Like, so I was like, nope, won't do it.
Gonna risk it. That's cute, but it's nice that Poppy is excited about it. It feels like it's something to take her mind off of what happened. Kind of like a way to go back to her childhood and more innocent times and just relax and decompress. So I'm happy that Poppy gets to have that release. She's so excited.
Definitely. I feel like her inner child is just coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And Tora's like, wait, the scenes are wet. She's like, stop being such a dad. Oh my God.
A dad? I thought he was the uncle, not a dad.
Oh my God.
Or a daddy.
That's what I thought.
Which, by the way, I actually don't get that. I'm like, No, okay, I should not give my soliloquy, but I have never in my life looked at my father and said, whatever. Okay, you can guess. I get why people use that expression. I'm like, this is just the least sexy thing for me in the world. Like, please. Anyway. Yes. So now it looks, some time has passed, and it looks like, you know, we see her feet thudding down, so it looks like she had fun. She's like, oh, that was fun. Okay, she says it. And we hear a clink clink beside her, and she looks around and she sees that Tora, you still trying to fix that swing? And he is. And first I was like, oh, he's such a gentleman, like the swing must have been broken or something. And he's like, let me fix it for the children of Naren. But no. Poor guy, it looks like he really feels bad about it. And we get a flashback to, woo, Tora. Oh, goodness. And he's like, ah! And he's blind in the ear, his mouth is like wide open like a squirrel, and then he lands.
Cute.
Yeah, he lands very nicely though. He's like,
Superhero landing.
Good for him. And we see the swing has broken.
I feel like that landing gives me like Avengers, like superhero, like poses.
It's a superhero landing. He's a superhero. Verified. Tora is now a superhero.
Yeah, I mean, he has that Superman jacket that Poppy stole from him.
Right?
It was hilarious. I was cracking up during this. So a lot of great, his face and the camera work is fantastic. His shots and the angles, it's just funny, you know, like you see all these different positions. It's just hilarious. So well done. And
when I saw like the sneak preview on Patreon, I was just thinking maybe either Tora or Poppy are having this weird dream that maybe they saw a bug or something.
It's a bug, Greg. It's back.
I had no idea. I was like, I had no idea what's going on when I saw that. So
can I admit that, like, when we saw like Tora like fixing the seat, I thought it was because, you know, Tora's a big dude, and that's clearly meant for kids. I thought as soon as he sat on it, it just went boom.
Yes.
That's what I thought happened, and I was like, "Oh, Tora."
Well, it still could have happened, right? It could have been his weight that, you know, made it break while he was in midair. Funny. Yeah. So Sakura.
Yes. So now these are the families that we've seen in previous episodes from Moonbright, and the woman was like, "Oh my," and you saw the father looks confused to the and then later on the daughter was like, "He broke the swing." And then he said, and then later on, I don't know who it was, they say, "Don't cry, sweetie. We got plenty of swings back at Moonbright." And then she started crying, wah, wah. And then, but it was our last night here, so I want to play it with baby. And then, what a butthole, right, Daddy? Yep.
Butthole.
Oh,
Is that like appropriate language for children to use?
right. And then he said, "Yep." She said, "Honey, but doesn't that man look familiar? Where would we see? Have we seen?" Nope. So pretty much they have seen him before, but you know, when he was wearing that glasses and all, because obviously people that he looks familiar. He was waiting outside the apartment, you know. But and you see Tora was just like hearing their conversations further, and it's just awkward. And Poppy was just clapping.
Wait, I have a question before we proceed. So timing, because we know Tora was supposed to pick her up at like what, 6, and she waited for like over an hour for him, so like 7:30, right? She waited for 2 hours, no, so like 8, and she got home, and then she got attacked, and then Tora came, and then they went to her apartment, and it says a few hours later. So this should be like 1 or 2 or 3 in the morning. I'm just saying.
Right.
That makes sense.
Really?
Yeah, because I can't imagine this being like at 10 or 11 at night, because that just seems too.
Why are their kids going to the playground at this hour?
That's not.
Yeah, like that little girl should be in bed, especially the baby.
Yeah. I mean, well, babies are up at all hours. That is realistic, but like, yeah, they're out at a very weird hour. I don't know. Just saying. maybe I guess they're touring, so maybe no, anyway, whatever.
No.
I think it's just a little bit of a time overlook, but
Hey Mindy, with your kids when they were babies, did you ever have them awake at that time?
Oh no.
no, I know I was very blessed. My kids never woke me up in the middle of the night. When they were babies, they slept in bed with me, and I was a very light sleeper, so I didn't move at all. So I didn't squash them, don't worry. And then they would wake up to nurse, and I would just catch them, and we would go back to sleep. So I never ever was sleep deprived as a mom. So thank goodness.
Oh,
Nice.
Yeah.
And you see like Poppy's clapping and Tora's just standing there all awkward. And then she said, now like flash forward, she's like, it's not your fault that it broke though. In fact, you should be the one filing a complaint. You could have been seriously injured. And then you see Tora's just fixing it still. And he said they could have put up a warning order. It's fine, just give me a minute.
So wait, she's right. I remember the swings. Last time I went to a playground, the swings all say like the weight limit on the plastic seat. That's what I remember. So, which is smart.
Usually that really depends, because usually whatever playground you're in, sometimes like it's not really your fault. It breaks all of a sudden, and then later on, like they could have give us like a warning sign, like about like a weight, like certain weights, or it's only for kids only.
Yeah. Usually when there's like broken equipment on a playground, they'll put like those yellow tapes around.
Oh my.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it was broken before. I think he broke it.
He broke it.
But it's so nice of Poppy though. Poppy's like, she's defending him and she's worried for him. She's out for him. So this must be a nice feeling, on Tora's side.
But I feel like Poppy, I think she's trying to make him, like, not want to say this, but like I feel like she's trying to make him feel better, because she wants to like make him feel like it's not your fault that it broke though, because I know that Tora can be insecure. Whatever just happens, whatever he's doing, he takes that personal. So she just wants to like comfort him and say like, oh, it's really not your fault. Just put it aside.
Yeah.
So because we all do have awkward moments, and then you feel embarrassed after that.
Oh, if we sat down on a chair and broke it, oh my gosh, we would be mortified. I don't know if I would be like,
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right.
But also like Tora's need to fix the swing, like he didn't have to fix it, but his need to like just give me a sec, like I'll fix it.
Right.
That says a lot about his character.
Yeah. He feels responsible, and I think he cares about the kids that will come after him.
Mm-hmm.
You got Poppy's sign, and then later she's like, my butt is wet, and then later on he said, I told you, I just warned you, like, and then she said, oh gross, and you see Poppy smacking it at and you smacking it. I hate that. Like every time you sit something that's wet, and it feels uncomfortable.
Oh yeah, that's like the worst thing ever.
Yeah. It's like wet socks and wet underwear is like the worst.
Oh my god. And I complain about certain people who you live with when they wash their hands, the water is all over the floor, and then you come after them and you like step all over it, and then you have wet socks. Anyway, I know it's very minor. Lots of complaints about people you live with. But...
It's okay, let it out, Mindy. Let it out. It's fine.
Poor guy.
It's your turn, Mindy. Wait, is it Sarah?
Yeah, it's Sarah, but yeah. I mean, I think you have a little longer, but whatever.
So it's your turn, Sarah.
Oh wait, is it my turn or?
Yeah.
Okay. So now we see a flustered Tora just standing there watching. It's like, damn it, don't do that in front of me. And Father is like, do what? And then we see Gil's bowel movements. It's just like anything to like just not see what he's just
It's so.
He said Gil's bowel movement, Gil's.
It's like, just think of anything else. Just think of anything else. Don't like get your mind out of the gutter.
And he like totally drops, and everything about this is so visually so funny. Like the background drops away from him, so you focus on him, and then he just like drops, you know, fixing this wing, like that's totally gone. Blushes. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just skipping over. She doesn't even comprehend at all.
Yeah, it's like, oh, if only you knew that he's checking you out from behind.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god.
The underlying rush.
Hilarious.
And then Poppy's like, hey, what you huffing and puffing down there for? Come have a beer with me.
He
It's like
vocalizes like _𝗲𝗍𝗏, like he's even saying it out loud. So funny.
Poor thing.
it's like I don't know about you guys, but whenever you see like those signs in like public parks, like no alcoholic beverages and stuff, it's like, shouldn't you have like some type of like security? Like what? Like, I mean, maybe there is, and I just don't know. But shouldn't there be like security like around a playground or something? Because I have heard like stories of like people like bringing like objects like knives and stuff like that near like a playground. It's and then like, because I'm just seeing this come have a beer with me, and you know they're on a playground, so
I think it's the middle of the night right now, or middle of the morning. So like I don't think they were expecting anyone. I don't know. Is that
I think every park is different because like normally like wherever you go, the parks always have like a gate. They will close it at certain times, like 7 o'clock. But this is like an open park, so everybody can access. That's why.
oh, yeah. But anyways, I actually think it's cute. And then Tora's like, whoa, it's like starting to rain heavy, because Tora's like, whoa, it's starting to pour. And then Papa's like, yeah, oh, watch your head. And then and then it looks like which I kind of was surprised. Was anyone surprised seeing Tora like drinking beer after like in season 1 when Quincy was pointing out that he doesn't do alcohol? Was anyone else surprised seeing him like drinking a beer? Because I actually was.
Yeah, I was.
maybe like beer just doesn't have so like it's not so much alcohol. So it doesn't count.
But I feel like when like with alcohol, it really depends because usually it really depends on your tolerance. I feel like beer, it depends their IPA and the percentages.
Okay.
But when it comes to, I think that's why Tora, like when I'm not gonna lie, I'm a light drinker and I have to drink beer because I feel like if I drink like vodka, any crazy like Bacardi and all or Hennessy,
Yeah.
that's gonna really hit me. So I think Tora's just more like a light drinker, so he knows his tolerance. So beer is pretty much more of like an easy, I would say a beginner. So.
Yeah, something that's not gonna like get him like too like drunk. Something he knows he can enjoy without like, you know, getting like too drunk or anything.
I think every time I tasted beer, I spat it out. I thought it was disgusting. Anyway, I don't like any alcohol except chocolate liquor.
And then we see Poppy saying, do you want to talk about it now? And then he's saying, now this is where Tora is like explaining the like bit by bit to Poppy. He's saying once the clan gives you a name, there's rarely a way out. So does Tora actually have a real actual name? And this one's just like his nickname?
And that's what we all wondered, right? Like we don't.
Yeah, because
it's not his name.
Because it's like, was it Vincent or was it somebody else in the Baltimore clan who gave him that name?
I think so.
Yeah. Well, we're all saying like his name is secretly like Eugene or something. You know how Flynn Rider from Rapunzel, his name is Eugene. Ronald, you know, Regimen, Harold.
Oh my God.
We'll come up with a list of
Okay.
Arvin.
And then we see him. Now he goes saying his real name was Joe, but they call him Poker Baby. Joe Poker Baby with Alice.
By the way, we know that, I don't know if Tora kind of meant this, but he's showing that Joe was involved in the clan some way, because it says, right, once you're in the clan, it kind of gives you name this really way out. So we know, because Alice, we saw Alice talking about once you're in the clan, you can't get out. So we know that Joe was involved in the clan for that, but Poppy doesn't know that. So now Tora is kind of telling her he was at some point involved in a clan because they gave him a name. Or he told her that he's a cop, right? So she wouldn't assume he was involved in a clan. Now she also knows that.
Yeah. And then Tora's explaining because old Alice gave birth to him in the middle of a poker game. In the middle of a poker game.
So
it's like I've heard stories of some woman giving birth to their babies in the middle of the freeway or in a restroom. But I've never heard of that's just so funny hearing in the middle of a poker game. Now what I'm just wondering, did Alice win or did she lose?
Oh my god. Yeah, we know that she does gamble a lot too, because every time that, remember in the flashback of the season 1 is that she went through, because when Tora threw a fit, and then Joe had to come in to stop him from throwing a fit. Yeah. And then I was just that's not my business. I'm gonna just go to the sausage. I don't know.
Oh yes.
Yeah, the sausage shop just to gamble.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she put in a bet after when he came to the shop with her, because he's like, I'm feeling lucky, Tora is, going out with the girl.
Mm-hmm. And then Tora's like, would you believe? And then we hear a sniff, and then it's Poppy. Sorry.
His laugh is so cute though, right? He's laughing before,
I know.
Yes.
Horrible.
Oh my god.
Something we rarely see.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Tora's like, hey, what's wrong, sweetheart? Don't cry now. I'm not even at the sad part yet.
I'm nervous what the sad part is.
Yes. Yeah, and then Bob was like, I'm sorry, but you're a real shitty storyteller, Tora.
Poppy.
Oh, Poppy. And then Tora's like, the fuck? Why am I a shitty storyteller?
He was not expecting to be insulted in that way.
Right?
Yeah.
She's such an actress. I mean, just she has legit tears, and she's like, I'm so sorry. I just a shitty storyteller.
You think she's faking it? Okay, I didn't think so.
Oh my god. Oh my
god. Or I guess maybe in the way he's saying it, maybe the tone of his voice doesn't sound like if he's sad or heartbroken about it. And maybe that's why she's telling him how shitty of a storyteller he is.
What address?
Well, I mean, she tells him in the next sentence why she thinks so.
Yeah. And then Poppy's like, you gave away the ending before you even started.
I guess that's why she's crying, maybe, right? Because she knows that he has a sad ending, and then he's telling her this adorable story, and she's like, but he dies. I think so, right? Is that
yeah. It's
yeah, right.
It's why would you tell me first about that he died without telling me the beginning first? Yeah. And then Tora just goes to say, we can't all be novelists and book editors, can we?
Yeah. Surrounded by literary folk.
Mm-hmm.
Mindy, do you want to finish the last ones, or
you can do it?
Okay, cool. And then this sweetest stuff happens. Tora grabs her little tiny hands, lifts her chin up, and we see Poppy all blushing.
6 fingers, by the way.
Yes.
I didn't notice.
Oh my god, there are.
Wait, are those literally 6 fingers. I was dead. I was like, wait, if I just like seeing things, or am I counting 6 fingers?
With
Hilarious.
an extra one.
Oh.
Like piano better.
And then Tora's like, Christ, you're so cute, Poppy Land. He said her name. We know he says her actual name when he's like serious about something with her. Like, and then
He's
like,
given her 𝗪𝗲𝗍𝗪.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, then we ended with so fucking cute.
Oh, 2 fingers.
Yeah, then the last panel, I was like literally like zooming in. Wait,
I'm like, where is it?
I'm like, wait, maybe I could see them. Maybe I can't see well because it's too far. But maybe if I zoom in, I'll see it, and it ends there. I'm like, no.
Yep.
The ending was just, my heart. I could stare at it all day.
Well, I think we can safely say next episode, sexy times. Yes.
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, we know it's obvious.
Something.
Yeah,
I mean,
because that in that one episode in the Moonbright when Poppy's back at her grandma's house, I mean that one episode ended just like this one, and we saw it in the next episode.
Mhm.
So I'm hoping we see another thing, like another like beginning for the next chapter, like the one in the Moonbright arc.
I mean, Poppy's shorts are wet, so she has to change out of them.
True.
True. She can't borrow another. Tora doesn't have any extra shirts to give.
No. She has to change that her skimpy nightgown,
Right.
and he has to help her in it and then take it off.
Oh shit. He's not allowed. But isn't it a great way to end a year though?
Yes.
Yes.
New Year, yeah. Sweet.
We got a cute
middle of the night vibes.
Yeah, we gotta. For me, this episode was like a comedic and a cutesy type of episode.
Mhm.
Well, in general, the entire story, it's like everything.
Yeah, it was really funny. I laughed out loud a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, me too.
But this is just me, but I feel that Lily wants it to end our year in like with laughter, because it does have a funny like a scene where Tora just jumps. I mean, we need that because we need the laughs. But by the end of the year,
Mm-hmm. Especially after like what happened to Poppy, it's like we need some levity.
Yeah, right. We were saying before how like she has such a draining, crazy day, right? I mean, the closet was today, and the coffee shop was today.
Oh God,
Class was all today. So
Like everything in the span of one day.
yeah, I would be in bed sleeping. I'm old. Be like, no, we're not going for midnight walks. I need my
Yeah,
sleep.
it's like the last time she had like a really rough day was like way back in the beginning, chapter 1, where like everything like started, where everything was beginning.
Yeah, this girl has a very dramatic life.
Oh, girl.
Like poor thing.
Yep. Well, guess we'll see next week what happens. If our prediction, yeah, right. If our prediction is correct.
hopefully we get some
Right. Yeah.
sexy time.
Yes.
Break out that lady.
Mm-hmm.
And I just want to say yay for the first MPL podcast of 2022.
Yes. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Legit January 1st. It's perfect. Woohoo. Woo. Oh.
Thank you so much to my current patrons: Susie, Lady Libris, Lily, Jenny, Haley, Maria, Molly, Veronica, Emily, 𝗪𝗏, 𝗪𝗏, Meg, Anne Rose, Priya, Alexa, Misty, Laura, Joanne, Patty, and Milta, Esther, I'm Watching You People, Taurus, 𝗵𝗵𝗄, Marie, Jen, Emily, Jean, Jen, Erin, D, Kay, Lily, Beckett, Duranda, and Krystine. Your support is truly appreciated.